long, long time ago. I can still remember how the music used to make me smile. And we knew if we had our chance, then we could make you people dance. And maybe you'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. Bad news on the doorstep, well, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widow and bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And then good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? Well, if the Bible tells you so, God, do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes, and I ticked on the rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage rocking buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, when I knew I was out of luck. The day, get ready, the music died. Help us out, here we go. We started singing, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. The good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 30 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, in a voice that came from you and me. And while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned, no verdict was returned, and while Lennon read a book on Marx, the quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark. The day, get ready, the music died. Here we go. We started singing, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Whoa, helter-skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew off in a fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast, landing foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in a cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume, while sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, oh, but we never got the chance, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed? The day, get ready, the music died. Here we go again. We started singing, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. The good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Whoa, in there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on the candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night, to like the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. Here we go again. We started singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Told my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and she turned away. I went down to the sacred store, where I've heard the music years before, but the band there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, well, they caught the last rain for the coast the day the music died. And we were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. All together now. We were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die.